Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, and today I will be reading A Cat Six Reader by Banhas and Aries Imagines on Tumblr. So let's get into it. His voice was loud, unbearably so, as he stomped around, grabbing a broom from the kitchen and throwing it at you. You clumsily grabbed it as he continued to rage before turning back to face you. His brows furrowed, and his eyes were blazing with rage. It was a terrifying sight, a sight you had never thought you'd have to see before. But here you were. All this anger was directed at you, and you had never thought you would see that, coming from your very own boyfriend. It was heartbreaking. God, you're so damn useless. He stumped from the kitchen to the front door of the house, opening it before slamming it shut. The ache of the slam seemed to ring out throughout your ear. Your hand gripped at the broom as you shakily began sweeping up the plate that you had dropped. It was terrifying seeing him act like this. But what could you do? And rationalizing to yourself, he was not always like this. It just so happened that he was mad today. But usually he was your loving boyfriend, not whatever happened today. So this was in no way becoming a daily occurrence. But it still scared you that he could act this way with you and just leave you like that. How could he do this? Katsuki got bad at anyone, but never you. And right now, seeing him like this, acting this way with you, it really broke your heart. He was angrier than usual today. Well, not just today, but recently, and it seemed to be piling up. You had tried to rationalize his anger. As you swept the glass into the trash, you gently placed the broom and dustpan away before pulling yourself to your room, trying to hold back the tears as you comforted yourself. And grabbing your comforter, you climbed into the bed and wrapped yourself in it, pressing yourself further and further into the wall as you let out quiet, measly sobs. Katsuki let out a gruff huff as he proceeded to open the door quietly. He kicked off his shoes as he walked towards the kitchen, and his eyes glancing, still open, the garbage can. He shuts it and slowly walks towards your shared room. His hand lingers on the knob. He has been gone for hours, after snapping at you for no reason in particular, and you felt terrible about it. He had no right to yell at you, much less force you to clean up the broken glass, the very mess that he had caused by scaring you. He let out a quiet breath as he knocked on the door. He turns the knob, but frowns when he finds out that he had been locked out of the room. "Why on?" he calls out quietly as he knocks again, not wanting you to think that he was mad at you. He didn't want to scare you. He already has, and he shouldn't be doing it again. You didn't deserve this at all. You deserved much better, and he was upset that you couldn't provide that because of his stupid anger issues. He holds himself back from calling out in an annoyed tone, something that happened to be a habit to him, as he lets out another call of your name while slowly knocking on your door. It took a few minutes, but soon he heard footsteps, and then the door slowly opened. You simply stood there, your comforter wrapped around you. Your eyes were puffy and red. It was clear that you had been crying then, and he felt guilty about it. It tore his heart apart, just how unfitting he was for you. He couldn't leave you. Not now. but a part of him felt selfish for just not wanting to, when he should be giving you up for someone who deserved you much, much more than him. His arms shot out as he wrapped them around you, holding you as tight as he possibly could. He couldn't believe that he left you feeling like this, alone. You were not at fault at all. It was all him. Seriously, what kind of boyfriend was he? Just leaving you like that. He felt disgusted. He should have been better. He should have done better. Like he always promised you to take care of you. And now, just looking at your red-rimmed eyes, your flushed face, it all screamed that you were tired and sad, and that you had been crying for a long time, and that he had caused it. "I messed up," he said as he rested his chin on the crown of your head. "I fully messed up," he repeated, voice guilty and sad, as he gently stroked your covered head. He wanted to try to make you feel better, but he didn't know how, and a part of him wasn't sure if he even deserved to. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he shouldn't be touching you right now. But he wanted to try. And as soon as you'd push him away, he would go. "I shouldn't have yelled," he says. But you say nothing in return, as you carefully wrapped your arm around him and rested your head on his chest. "I won't do it again. I promise," he says, genuine, as he pushed you away gently. He noted, while looking at your face, the tears are flowing down your cheeks, and he carefully places his lips over every tear that fell. "I'm sorry," he snapped, and he shook his head, pulling away from you, and gently began to stroke your hair away. "It was not your fault. I shouldn't have yelled." He said nothing else as he gently pulled you into your shared room, your feet following him as he waited for you to lay down. Before climbing on himself, he wraps his arms around you, keeping you close, as he gently spoke to you. His hand gently strokes your head while he pressed a kiss to your forehead. Maybe this time, he can do this right. Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I hope you enjoyed listening to this as much as I did making it. Anyway, goodbye.